Hello everyone, welcome back to our sequel session. I hope that all of you are doing very well. So let's go ahead with what we have planned. So earlier we planned that we will be starting with the commands that are there in SQL. But before starting that, it's important for us to know it in a general language because it's good to know the journal term. It's always good to know the general terminologies before we go ahead with the commands. So there may be people who will be already understanding these things, but there may be some people who don't know about it and they just have started. So for those people, I am trying to refer it with what we note down in our notebooks. So suppose that we get some information, okay, when while we are learning or while we have to put things in our mind, what we do is generally we note it down somewhere, which means we are creating a database or a data for us, right? Information for us. So we will be writing it down, which means we will be create. So here in SQL, you can do that too. You can create your information, you can create your database, you can create your data table. Similarly, now there will be chances where you will find that what I wrote earlier, there is some issue with it and I want to delete it. So, which means I want to remove that information. So, that too we can do here. We can delete it. Next thing is sometimes you will find that, okay, in this page or in this place, I want to add some new information which I have not added earlier. Or like next page, like the blank page, we want to add something new into the same chapter or the place. So, what we can do is we will be writing it down inside that section, right? So, we will be telling that we will be like going for chapter one and then we will be writing inside it according to the chapter where we want to write. Similarly, here, depending on the table, we are where we are storing the data in a group form, right? Where we are storing the data. So we can insert the data into it, right? So first thing is we can create. Second thing is we can remove or we can delete the unwanted ones. Third is we can insert something too. Now the next thing is that sometimes you will find that okay, the thing that I wrote earlier, it is not correct, or maybe it changed with time, and now you want to replace it, update it. What you can do is you will be erasing it, you will be adding a whitener to it, or you will be cutting down, and on top of it, you will be writing the new information. Similarly, you can update the data here in SQL, not by following these many steps, but instead of that, you will be writing a update command for it. So here we see that select is there, create, the create is there, insert is there, updation is there, deletion is there. So these are some of the basic things that we generally do. So now we will be moving to our SQL to understand it more. So I will be going to the SQL and here it is. Okay. So you must remember that in our last session, I hope that you all remember that in our last session we used some commands like show, use, select. So I would like to tell you guys or to show you guys those things, right? So I will say show databases. Okay, and then I want to run this. So you can see that right now it is showing me five databases. So I have option that I can go ahead with the existing ones. I have an option to create a new database. How we can do that? So in order to do that, we need to write a command which will start with create keyword, create database, and I will name it as demo, semicolon. And then I will run this query. So now you can see that it executed successfully. It means the database is created. So now how can I check that the database is created? So I can rerun the same command, show databases, and I will run it. And now you can see that my demo database is available here. Okay. So now since we have created a new database, why not use that one? Okay. So what I will do is use demo semicolon. So here I don't need to write database because I am already watching the index, right? It's like what are the databases? So I will be just saying that use demo and then I will be running it. So again, it successfully executed. So now I want to see what are the tables available in this, just to verify that whether we are in this particular database or not. So again, I can write as show table, show tables, and then I will write semicolon. And let's run it down. So here you can see that it is showing tables in demo, which is blank, which means this is we are in our demo database, but we are not having any table. So can we create a table too? Definitely we can. So for that, we have to write create table. And again, I will give the table name. Okay. So I will just write it like employee, or I can use student also, but right now I'm using employee. And now I will run it. So like the database got created, table should also get created, right? When we are writing this command. So I will run this. And now you can see that it is not running. There is a error coming into it. What is the reason? Why are we getting this error? So like we discussed, table is a combination of row and column. Did we mention like what will be the row and what will be the column over here? No, we didn't. So the thing that we need to fix is we need to mention that what will be the columns into it. So I will say first thing is I want a ID which will be in int format, integer format, and then I want a name which will be in a varchar format. Okay, I'll give size as 50. And now if I will run this command, you can see that my table will get created. So you can see that now the table is created. So today in this session, we will be talking about this create only. So this is all about today's session. So this is all about today's session. In today's session, we covered about create and we just went through theoretical knowledge of what are the basic commands. Similarly, in next session, we will see that how we can insert the data into it because right now we have just created the table, but we don't have any information in this table. How we can check? I can say that select, I can say ID, comma, name from employee. Okay. What do you think? Will this work? Let me run it and let's see. So you can see that it ran, but there is no data into it, right? There is no data into it. Why? Because this is a new table that we have created, but we have not added any data. We have not inserted any data. So in our next session, we will see that how we can insert data into this particular table. So that's all for this session. I hope that this must be clear for you. In case you have any question or queries related to it, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks for watching the session. Let's catch up again. Bye bye.